Welcome back to another video, guys. Last week we did a Premier League predictor on the Tiermaker website, and I did like a first winners and then like a Champions League, Europa League, mid-table, relegated, whatever. So I thought this week we will do the exact same thing, but instead of teams and where I think they'll finish, we're going to do summer transfers. Now, some of the team players' heads have been cut off, like Lukonga's and Ben White's, and Danny Ings slightly, Grealish. But you get the gist. You know who they are, I think. Most of them I've tried to keep quite... Yeah, they're all right. I've just cut off Leon Bailey's hair. But yeah. I was looking at this and I'm thinking, is there any of them that I think will end up in D? I'm not sure. I don't know. We'll see. I think... should we just start... Okay, yeah. I was thinking there's two ways to do this, right? For future videos, let me know what you think. Do we start and do I just go start with Lukonga, Azure? Do I start like that? Or do I just go and do S's first, A's? Nah, I think we start in a line. So Lukonga. Okay. So for the deal, I'm gonna include everything, right? Price, the position that the team he's played for that he needs, etc. Like the overall need for that certain player and how I think they'll do, right? I think Lukonga, for like, what was it, 15 million? Arsenal need a central midfielder. He looks good in pre-season. He looks one of the better players against Brentford. I think, again, we can use it as sort of a prediction thing as well. I think long-term, Lukonga is going to be a very good signing for Arsenal. I would put... He's not there. How can he be, right? But I think he'll be... If I could put him there, that'd be good. I'm going to stick him there because I've got a good feeling about him. I've got a good gut instinct about him. Christopher... okay, so... Obviously, we've only had one game to go off, right? And I'm not going to really include those games on any of these players. I'm not going to include them because it's like first game, fans are back. We don't know how they'll do a long run. Like one game is one game, right? In the grand scheme of things. Christopher Azure, he seems like a good player. He looks like he's gone... From when I've seen him a few times before, it looks like he's got a tendency to overplay a little bit because he's that good of a footballer. But he seems to me he's more of a defensive midfielder. I could be wrong. I'm going to stick him in there. It says Celtic behind it. I'm not sure why, but I mean, I don't know why because I couldn't find a picture in Brentford. But I think I'm going to stick him just there. Again, I think if I could put him in the middle there, I'd put him there. I'm going to go there. Ben White. 50 million, too much. 50 million for 6-7 seasons of him. Probably about right. He wasn't great against Brentford, but I mean, new team, all that stuff. It's just one game, isn't it? He's very similar to these two. I'm going to stick him in there just for the price. I think he's a good player. I think he'll be very good for Arsenal. But I think his price right now takes him to there, in my opinion. Right, Sumari. I'm going to have a job on remembering who these guys are from their faces. There's a few that I might struggle with, like this Everton guy. Is that Everton? You guys are shouting at me and I'm thinking, oh, Lewis, what? It'll come to me. You guys are screaming who it is. I can hear you. Right, Sumari. I should remember who that is, shouldn't I? Okay. Sumari. Where do we put him? I've not really seen too much of him. I saw him a little bit for Lille. A little bit. And he always looked quite good. It didn't cost them much either. The only problem I've got, again, he's either here or here. The only thing that's making me think there is the price. Leicester don't usually do bad signings, so I'm sort of making me put him there to be safe. But then, what's making me stick him in B is the fact that Leicester have a very good midfield, and I don't know how much they're going to want to upset it and bring a new person in. Right? Like, they've got Ndidi, they've got Tielemans, Maddison. Where does he go? Eventually, does he break in? He probably does break in. For the cheap price, I'm going to stick him there. Because of the price, like I said. The price is going to have a massive... it's going to have a massive thing on a reasoning on all things. Like, is this Romero? This is Romero, right, for Tottenham. Romero looks good, but he's very Ben Whitey in the fact that his price is too much for me. I'm going to stick him there. Same sort of reasons. I think he'll be a good player for Tottenham, but I think right now, that's too much. Right, I'm going to skip this dude because I feel like I should know who it is, and I don't know who it is. Why don't I know who it is? I don't know who it is. Trincao, right. I've got a bad feeling Trincao's going to be terrible. I think Trincao's not going to be... I don't think he's going to take to English football. I don't know why. I don't know why. Just a feeling I get. Just a feeling that I get with him. And I don't know why it is. It's just the way... It's just the way it is, guys. Just looking at the picture... Oh, it's Leeds. It's Firpo. Right, I got the picture up. Sorry, guys. This is Firpo. Right, left back Leeds. I think Firpo is a good price. I think he'll not do bad, you know. No, I'm going to stick him there. I'm going to stick him there. I think there's going to be a lot in B because it's mid-ground, isn't it? I don't know where I stand with a lot of them. The price again, taking me there. I don't think he's there. I don't think any of these guys are going to be like that. Honestly, the closest one that I think to S for the price, I think could be Lokonga. Like, I think he's going to be good. If Samari gets game time, potentially. But that's Firpo, isn't it? I'm thinking it's Everton because of the... I don't know why I thought it was Everton. I don't know why I did. But yeah, it says Firpo. I think, like I said, they've got rid of Alioski. Dallas can play left back. They haven't really got a... go on then. There's no way he doesn't play, right? And obviously, if you play for Barcelona, there's a good chance you're going to fit in well with Bielsa. I think that's the right thing to do. Right. There's two people here. I've got two Canates, right? So ignore me. I've just realised I must have got one from Leipzig and then realised, no, I want them in the new clubs as much as I could. So ignore this Canate. We're going to go with Liverpool's Canate because that's where he plays for now, obviously. I think Canate is a bit injury prone, which has been Liverpool's problem the last couple of... last year. He's a good player. I've seen him plenty of times for Leipzig. He's a good player. There's no doubt about that. But my underlying feeling and decision regarding all these players is going to be, do I think they'll be a success long term? I think he'll be a decent player. I don't think he will come to the forefront and be like a leader at Liverpool. I'm going to stick him in there. I think he'll be a decent squad player. No problem. Brian Gill. I've seen Brian Gill a fair few times, a lot of times actually. Very, very good, skillful player. Very good left foot, very good dribbler. My only issue is Tottenham have a lot of wide players. Bergwijn started the other day. They obviously put Son up front. They had Lucas Moura starting. And he has just been I think he's just been to the Olympics as well, right? I'm going to stick him in here to be safe, I think. This is a safe option. Now, I know no one's here to see what's your safe options, Lewis, but all right. I'm going to go with gut feeling. I'm going to go with gut feeling. For some reason, I don't know what it is. He's a good player, but I just don't think he's going to work. I don't know why. Danny Ings. Yeah, I mean, that's an S. I think that's an S. How many goals he scores, the team he's gone to, the relatively quite low price, I think, and he's already started with a goal. I know it was a penalty, but I think that's going to be a top signing. That's probably the best signing out of all these so far, in my opinion. It's a fantastic signing. Jack Grealish, no doubt, fantastic player. Absolutely, no doubt, fantastic player. No, none of me is doubting that what a player he is. The issue is, will he become a more medium fish in a big pond? And for 100 million, will for 100 million, you wanting another Kevin De Bruyne type, like on the pitch leader, right? You wanting that like, is he world class? Is Jack Grealish world class? He hasn't had the chance to prove he's world class. But I'm just thinking, is he world class? I'd have De Bruyne every time over him. I'd have Bruno Fernandes every time over him. Is he world? I'm going to put him there. The price is making me not put him in S. But how good he is making me put him in A. So I think that's where he's going to go. And he's not he's not there. He's not. It's a better signing. Jiren Sancho. Again, very similar to Grealish. I think Sancho has more potential than Grealish, personally. I think right now Grealish is probably just slightly better, maybe. Even then, I'm not sure. I think Man United have had a good window. I've got a good feeling about Sancho at Man United. I've watched him, like, out of all these players that have come from more foreign leagues than us, I've watched Sancho the most out of all these guys. And he's magic. Like, he was underused at the Euros. He is absolute magic. He really is. He's top. the goal contributions alongside Bruno's goal contributions. If Manchester United get a top striker, and I'm talking Haaland next year, if they get like second or go far in the Champions League, or like Sancho's numbers will be ridiculous. He's just one of those players that is always there at the end of the move. He's sometimes there at the start of the move to start it off, but he's got this maturity of knowing where the ball's going to end up and where he needs to be to either put an assist in or to score. He does score a lot of goals. He's got double figures in goals and assists in, I think, all of his seasons at Dortmund, or all but one. And even injured last year, he had like the narrative on Twitter last year, as he got a bit of an injury, was that he had a shit season last year. Go and look at the stats. He did not have a shit season last year. He was missing a fair bit of the season. Doesn't mean he's shit. If you're not playing, you can't be shit. When he was playing, he was brilliant. I'm going to stick him there. I just think he's going to be better for Man United and more important and more needed than Grealish at Man City. That's what I think. Ignore Konate. Leon Bailey. I've seen him, not as much as Sancho, but I do watch a lot of the Bundesliga, so he's probably the second that I've watched the most. I watch the French League the least out of all these, I think. I watch La Liga a lot. I watch Bundesliga a lot. French League a little bit, but not too much. In Serie A, hardly any. I don't know if there's any Serie A signings on here. Well, Lukaku, but I know enough about Lukaku. There's not really any Serie A signings, but Leon Bailey is a player. Leon Bailey for me is going in there. I think he's going to be. I'm trying to think of a player who he reminds me of. He's very dynamic. He's very explosive. Very low centre of gravity. Very strong for his size. Very good left foot. I think he'll be fantastic. I think Aston Villa and Man United have had the best transfer windows. but I don't think Villa are as good as what people think they are. I think they're going in the right direction. Fantastic window. But I don't think they're where people think they are yet. And give him a couple of seasons. Right, this is Anderson for Palace, right? Joachim Anderson, the guy that was at Fulham last year. I think he's a good player. But I worry for Crystal Palace. Don't know why, but I worry for Crystal Palace. And I don't think he cost that much either. I think it was like maximum 15. Okay. I'm going to go... I'm really in this area. We'll go there. Neither amazing nor shit. Right? That's what I think. He was good for Fulham last year. He was one of their better performers. And I think he's desperately needed at Palace. But I just think they're going to have a bad season. And centre-backs always get the brunt of that. So I'm going to stick him in B. Emmy Buendia. What was it? Like 33, 34, 35 million? Yeah, I think that's a good signing. I don't think he's S tier, but I think he's comfortably in A. I think he's definitely more here than here. So yeah, he's a good player. He's what's been needed. He's very Grealish-esque. Not fast, but good with the ball at the feet, etc. I think that's a good signing. It's a good signing for the price as well. Right, I think this is the guy that signed for Brighton and Mwepu. Oh no, this is the guy at Brighton. Who's that now? Is that Daka? Have I got two pictures of Patson Daka again? Is this me? Am I? Yeah, it's Patson Daka, right. Ignore me. I didn't get rid of these two pictures. What an amateur. Right, this is Daka. I've got a feeling that Daka's going to be really good. Really good. He's both-footed. He's really fast. I think he's going to go there as well. I think he's comfortably there as well. I think Patson Daka, I've got a good feeling about him. I wanted Arsenal to sign him. So I can't be a hypocrite and be biased and sort of like because we didn't get him, he's now shit all of a sudden. He's not. I think he'll be really good. As always, Leicester don't really have bad signings. They just don't. And as they slowly start to phase Vardy out, which I'm guessing is the plan because it sort of has to be, Daka will probably be the main man. They need to give him game time because he's actually quite a versatile player too. He can play wide and he can play behind the striker. Give him some game time. I think they will do. And I think he'll show people a lot of good qualities. Varane, I don't think you need to say anything else than that. Rafa Varane. Just what it is. Multiple Champions League winner, multiple La Liga winner, just a winner. That's what Man United need because they sort of lost that. They used to be winners. And now they're good players but not winners. They've got a few. Perfect for them. Absolutely, literally. The only signing that could have been better than Varane was his partner at Real Madrid, Ramos. And for free. But like obviously Varane cost and he's a bit younger. But that's the only better signing they could have got. They needed that centre-back to push Maguire to the next level. I think Maguire will now go to another level. He might start off a bit wobbly. He might. It's just the way it happens in as a centre-back. Usually the last line before the goalkeeper. If you do anything slightly wrong and you're a little bit not up to speed or a little bit, it's a different culture, different profiles of players. It is a bit more faster, our league. So you might have to get up to speed with that, but it's less technical than La Liga. So be fine with the ball. Without the ball, he might have to adapt a little bit. Like runs in behind, etc. Just a bit more energy. I don't know. But I can't. You can't put him anywhere but S, can you? Right, Rob, same. Rob's going in S. He's a different player that left England, in my opinion. He's a different player. He's now a guy, especially with how good Chelsea are now. Chelsea, he's sort of the last piece of the puzzle. They create a lot of chances that Timo Werner missed. He won't miss them. He will not miss them. He's going to score 20 Premier League goals this year, and I don't think it's even a doubt. I don't. Joe Willock. Right. I'm not a massive fan of Joe Willock. For Arsenal, anyway. I know people saying Arsenal need goals from midfield, but in truth, Arsenal need goals from everywhere. It's not just midfield, it's everywhere. From strikers, centre backs need to chip in, wide players. So I understand the argument that we need to score more goals, but we also need to score more goals from everywhere, like I said. And every time he's played for Arsenal, I don't think he's been that good. He's a bit loose with his possession. He's not technically the best. He knows how to arrive in the box. But for the money, is it 30, 35? Is it 30? Let's say 30, because I don't know if it's 25, 35 or 30. So let's say 30. I think with the way Arsenal wanted to go with their type of players, I don't think he is our type in terms of like good with the ball. Like Arsenal had the most shots in the first round, but they didn't score them, which is the problem. We need a striker. And I think selling Willock is the right decision to go and be able to sign players that we need more. Right, but we are currently judging this on Willock at Newcastle, and Willock for Newcastle is there because he does add them much needed goals, the goals that keep you away from relegation if you're even close. And Willock will do that. I don't think he'll go on a crazy goal scoring run like he did back end of last season. I think that was like a purple patch where you probably won't see that again. But yeah, I think he's safely in there. But I do think he's obviously more there than there. He's not S tier. He's just not. Is fine for Newcastle. He's energy for them. He's pressing. He's their level. He's a bit better than Newcastle level, but he's not quite good enough for where Arsenal want and need to be. Right, Adam Armstrong. That's Adam Armstrong, isn't it? It is Adam Armstrong. Let me just. It's Adam Armstrong. I'm sure it is Armstrong. Right. I think Adam Armstrong. Is going to be about here. He scored at the weekend. It was a good finish as well, to be fair to him. I just don't think he's got big boots to fill in Danny Ings. I don't know. He's never struck me as the type of player that is consistent. I know he had a good consistent season last season in the Championship, but it's took him quite a while to get consistent in the Championship. And then a Premier League is a whole different beast. I have a feeling. I'm going to put him in C. Areola. Areola's a very good goalkeeper. I wouldn't have mind Arsenal signing Areola, to be honest. Is it a loan as well, I think, with a fee? But they've got Fabianski. I'm just going to go B. Like, do they trust him? Fabianski played the first game of the season. I don't know. That's a very good signing. So it's just will he play? Will he play is making me think more here. And how good he is making me put him there. So I'm just going to settle and just go there. And that's the rationale behind that. This is the guy from Brighton and Mwepu. It's a tough one. I can't really judge him. I can't. He plays for Salzburg. He played for Salzburg. Same as Daka. Same as a lot of players that have come to the Premier League from Salzburg and gone to other places like Haaland, etc. They don't tend to have like Daniel Olmo. He wasn't Salzburg, was he? Daniel Olmo. He was Zagreb. But yeah, no. There's a few players that have gone from Salzburg, and they've just been ridiculous value for money. And also, I really like Graham Potter. I really like Graham Potter. So I imagine he's probably going to be a good player, but because I can't judge him, I'm going to stick him there. But I'm more, if I was to guess and to go off in just instinct and outside factors rather than his actual gameplay, which I can't do really, I would stick him there because I don't think Graham Potter. I think he has a plan, and I think he's a very good manager, and he knows what he wants. So I would be more inclined to stick him there, but I can on the purposes that I've not seen him play. We'll come back to this tier list in January or something, and we'll be like, right, what's gone wrong? I don't know. Varane's had a shocker or something, and I just didn't see it. Or Trincão's been one of the best players in the league, and I've just got it massively wrong. We'll come back to it. Right, Elise. He's injured right now. He's a very good player. Don't think he costs too much. But for Palace, I'm going to put him there. same logic as Armstrong. I watched him last season. He's too good for the Championship. He is. But like I said, there's a lot of players that are too good for the Championship and may not quite make it in the Premier League. I've got nothing else to judge that on other than when we played Reading last season as a Barnsley supporter, he wasn't massively standout, and I just think if you don't, you can't have a big game every single game. I understand, but I can only go on what I know, right? Reading fans or Crystal Palace or Reading fans are watching this thinking, you're wrong. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong in the comments below if you want. But this is what I'm going to go with. This is Milot Rashica for Norwich. I don't get good vibes. I don't know why. Again, something else. It's a gut instinct. I've not seen a terrible amount of him. I've seen a fair bit, but not enough. I think it's more of a reflection on. The team he's signed for in terms of they still feel a bit lightweight. Norwich. I don't know why. They just feel like they want to play nice football. Like they haven't learned from the first time round, is what I get from them. They haven't signed some big physical guys that'll get them the points, and like they feel quite soft, a bit Arsenal-y right now, and that's where we've been for a while, and I just don't like it. I'm going to stick him in here. He could easily go in B, to be honest. He could easily go in B, but I feel like I've sat on the fence a few times with a few players. Yeah, I think I've sat on the fence a little bit there, but I mean, I'm trying to think if I can move any of these into different positions. Yeah, I can put Areola there. See if I can. I could put Azure there for the price and what he needs for Brentford. I could probably stick it. Do you know what? No, I'm not doing that. I could do that though. No, we'll leave that. That's fine. I'm quite happy with that. Andros Townsend at Everton. Good player. Didn't cost anything, I don't think. But it's not a bad signing, is it? It's not bad because he's free. He's a Premier League. It's not a bad signing, that. It's not. It's not. Danny Rose for Watford. Again, free transfer. But I just don't think he's where he ever was now. I feel like a bit unfair on Trincao there. I've just got a feeling, and I went with it. I've just got a feeling that he's not going to do anything for Wolves. I've not got anything against Wolves or Trincao. I think he's a good player. I just don't think it'll work out. Poor lad at the bottom there. Yeah. Obviously, Martin Odegaard looks like he's signing today. I think for 35 million, I'd stick him in A. If he was 50 million, which is what Real Madrid wanted straight away, I'd have stuck him in B. But Martin Odegaard is a very good player. He's a player that Arsenal probably might not need, but he makes Arsenal better. I think since January onwards last year, I think he created the second most chances in the whole league, and he only started half of those games. He does create a hell of a lot of chances. Arsenal just now need a goal scorer to finish off said chances. But that's what I'm going to leave it there. If there's anything you disagree with, I'm sure there is. There's how many players there? 7, 8, 11, 13, 16, 21, 26, 25, 26 players there. I'm sure I've got plenty wrong, or you guys think I've got wrong. Let me know in the comments, right? Like, try and be as unbiased as possible, because that's what I always strive to try and do. I try and take away the clubs that they're playing for. I mean, to be fair, biasness is not a word. Bias doesn't really. I don't really think about that. It's not something that comes to my mind. Like, oh, he plays for Tottenham, and I don't like Tottenham, so he's shit. Like, it just doesn't. It doesn't. That's not how I think. It looks like it, maybe because I put Brian Gill there. It's less the fact that Brian Gill's not good enough. I think he's probably an A player, but I just don't think it'll work out. And it's about the signing, not the player. So yeah, that's what I'm staying at. I think I'm happy with the S tiers. I think Ings and Bailey will be very good for Aston Villa. But yeah, let me know. As always, let me know. I've rambled on for too long. It's nearly half an hour. It is half an hour in like 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, half an hour I've rambled for. Yeah, let me know in the comments, guys, as always. And until next time, catch you later. Goodbye.